soil organic matter, abbreviated here as SOM. Of particular interest is stable SOM, which can store carbon for centuries before it can return to the atmosphere as carbon dioxide. Stable SOM forms from decomposing plant matter, also called litter. To better understand this process, the decomposition of tallgrass litter was investigated in a recent study. The findings reveal two distinct decomposition pathways, which result in SOM with different degrees of stabilization and therefore different longevities in the soil. SOM primarily consists of decomposed plant matter, the microbes involved in its decomposition, and their waste. Plant litter consists of a slow-decaying fraction, which includes many of the structural components of the plant, such as lignin, and a fast-decaying water-soluble fraction, which includes many of the non-structural components, such as sugars and amino acids. It has long been assumed that stable SOM is almost exclusively formed from slow-decaying plant litter components. However, mounting evidence suggests that water-soluble litter components, which can be efficiently transformed by microbes, can also form stable SOM, where the stability is provided by bonding with minerals. Isotope labeling was used to track the fate of tallgrass plant litter during decomposition. The researchers fed heavy carbon and nitrogen isotopes to the plants as they grew, and then added the labeled plant litter to the soil in a natural tallgrass prairie. These labels allowed the researchers to follow the plant matter as it descended through the soil and became incorporated into microbes. They could then identify the litter degradation products as they formed new SOM.
It is the biological methods for controlling plant diseases and pests. Ladybird and dragonflies are useful to get rid of aphids and mosquitoes. Biocontrol agents that can be introduced in order to control butterfly caterpillars is Bacillus thuringiensis bacteria. They are available as dried spores which are mixed with water and sprayed into vulnerable plants such as brassica and fruit trees. When these are eaten by insect larvae, in the gut of larvae, the toxin is released and the larvae get killed. It will kill caterpillars but leave other insects unharmed.
Better drainage. Earthworms also improve drainage and prevent soil erosion and waterlogging, as their extensive channeling and burrowing help to loosen and aerate the soil and improve soil drainage. Research has found that soil with earthworms drain as much as 10 times faster than soil without earthworms. Earthworms are vital for good soil. They aerate the soil as they move by burrowing small holes. They process organic matter in their bodies and return vital compounds to the soil, increasing the nutrients available to plants. Let's take a closer look at how earthworms benefit your garden. 1. Improve soil nutrient availability. Earthworms help create humus, which is a dark brown-black type of soil that holds important nutrients in place for plant growth and use. The worms feed on plant debris such as manure, grass, leaves, and dead roots, as well as the soil. The digestive system of the worm concentrates the mineral and organic compounds in the food they consume, so their casts become richer in available nutrients than in the soil around them. When worms die, the body of the worm decomposes rather quickly, which further contributes to the nitrogen content of the soil.
Mycorrhiza, the root of things. Plants have lived in community with mycorrhiza for eons. This fungus provides phosphate, nutrients, and water in exchange for carbohydrates from plants' roots. Crops routinely face a challenge absorbing enough key elements. The fungus acts as the plant's wholesaler, using its microscopic supply network, called hyphae, hair-like filaments that extend the reach of plant roots and funnel more water and nutrients to plants. Plants alert the fungus to nutrient needs, and the fungus, using acids and enzymes, break the bonds that bind nutrients and prevent uptake. Mycorrhiza start life as tiny spores in a survival capsule. When a plant root grows close to a spore, the plant makes contact, first through a molecular exchange. The spores respond by attaching to the root and wait for root cells to make an opening for the fungus to enter. Once inside the root, web-like threads meander between the cells, heading to the vascular system. These hyphal strands grow out into the soil, increasing the root system. What does the plant fungus deliver? Allows plants access to more nutrients and water from the soil. Protects roots by forming a protective barrier made from chitin on the outside of roots. Increases tolerance to drought and stress conditions. Enhances flowering and fruiting. Reduces weed competition.